Daenerys Stormborn of House Targaryen, the rightful heir to the Iron Throne, the Queen of the Andals and the First Men, the Protector of the Seven Kingdoms, the Mother of Dragons, the Khaleesi of the Great Grass Sea, the Unburnt, the Breaker of Chains. All well-deserved titles earned by a phenomenal woman who has left a lasting impact on all of Westeros and probably beyond. And so Daenerys Targaryen, her end may have been tragic and not foreseen by many, but let's remember her for the moments that she changed the world and showed just what kind of person she was. And so she started out as a timid and weak young woman, and over the course of her journey, she turned into a strong, confident, and fearless woman. And I want to just touch on some of her more prominent and outstanding achievements that she earned while her time in Westeros and on Earth. And so beginning with her reveal of dragons. So she walked into fire and walked out unscathed with 3 dragons. And this was the first time in almost over 200 years that the world saw the return of dragons after their disappearance for all those years. And so there's that. And then she earned the Army of the Unsullied. And not only this, but she allowed them the chance to serve her as free men. And with that decision, they probably held her in better respect after that, because that was her army to control, but she gave them their freedom to choose. And that was a very selfless act of her. And not only that, but she freed other countless slaves from the cities of Meereen, Astapor, and Yunkai, and earned the hearts of thousands that she liberated. And they called her the godlike name of Misa because they were so grateful for their freedom. And then she burned all of the remaining cows because men like to look down on women, and Daenerys did not stand for that. And not only that, but she ended up controlling the army of the Dothraki, and these men were ruthless, but they did in fact serve her. And then she finally made it to Dragonstone and sat upon the throne her ancestors built. And so that was her whole goal, was to get back to Dragonstone, and she accomplished that. Even though it took many years, but she remained determined in her hope of returning to her home. And then she went beyond the wall and battled the White Walkers and the Night King. And in doing so, she ended up having to sacrifice one of her dragons, Viserion. But it was all for a greater cause, and she understood that, because the main problem in Westeros was getting rid of and battling these White Walkers so they didn't take over all of Westeros and the Seven Kingdoms. And then lastly, she killed Cersei Lannister, who is probably one of the most hated people in all of the Seven Kingdoms. And her end was rightfully deserved, and Daenerys did in fact end it. And so Daenerys will forever remain in our hearts, not just how she ended, but all that she did while in Westeros and all that she accomplished. And so let's remember her in those aspects, because she does deserve that lasting memory. And so with that, thank you.